Welcome back to CSbois Podcast. My name is Edward. His name is John. Today we're doing resume reviews. Finally, I've been waiting so long to do this. How are you, my friend? How are you doing, John?
Wait, did we start the podcast or are you just
No, no,
pretending?
no, no. We started. Come on, let's go.
Oh, okay.
That was
I'm
that was
good.
the intro.
I'm good. I'm good.
You're
Yeah,
good.
sorry we haven't been making any videos. I've been busy.
That's what you said every single time we do one.
Yeah, I got a Nintendo Switch recently. I've been playing too much Pokemon for the
Ah,
past 8
busy.
weeks.
I see.
Yes,
You know what's been
busy.
happening over here?
Uh,
Fire,
the,
dude.
the fire?
Fucking
Yeah,
fire everywhere, dude. Fucking
yeah,
lightning in the middle of fucking night, dude.
yeah.
That's what's been
I've
happening.
I haven't witnessed a lot of lightning when I was in California, but happy to say I'm safe in the Midwest.
You know how bad it looks outside, dude? The smog. It's like fucking Beijing, dude. I've never been to Beijing, but
Yeah.
um,
Have you opened the weather app like for for like for weather in the Bay Area? It's not even like cloudy. It's not even like it just says smoke. Like straight up, it just says
yeah,
smoke.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just smoke.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to go outside the bike. Every time I thought about it, I was like, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go into today's topic is resume and
Yeah, we're finally doing our free resume reviews.
some tips. You know, I,
Some tips.
I personally have a very strong feeling about resume. A good resume. I am how how do I put this?
Meticulous, picky, detail oriented.
No, no, I just suffer a lot from a bad resume. Right, we talked about this before. Your resume is like a Tinder profile. You know,
Yeah.
I used to think that well, I'll just crush the interview. I didn't spend as much time as I should on a resume. I always just say like, I kind of think that I'm somewhat of a big shit or
Big shot.
big shot, right? And that I don't need a resume to show off myself when I'm at an interview. I can just, people is gonna pick up that I'm good, and obviously that didn't happen, right? What happened was I got no interviews because my resume sucks.
Yeah.
So if you think that you are big shot and you have a crappy resume, just look out. Maybe you want to spend some more time on your resume.
Yeah. As
Ah,
as they say, if you've done a lot of good things in terms of engineering, if you don't have any documents showing it, then it basically didn't happen. So probably like similar principle to having a resume. Yeah, you just need a good hook for people to see what you're capable of, stuff like that.
all right. Without further ado, let me switch scene and we can look at my first resume. Well, not my first, but like my shitty one that didn't get me a lot of jobs, and you'll see why it's shitty in a minute. Now, what you're staring at, I know it's probably relatively hard to see. This is probably the best I can do on the screen. But what you're looking at, viewers, right now is my resume that was during when I was doing IT right after college. When I was doing IT, and then that's what I sent out, every week to recruiters for looking for software engineers. Now, at first glance, it probably doesn't look that bad, right? I mean, I've got some projects, I've got some work experience, I've got some skills over here, I got some educations. You can see my GPA, not the greatest, still not the worst, right? Got some coursework. The structure looks fine, right? that's what a resume should look like.
Mhm.
We can look into details here, so we can see this freaking whatever this radio thing uses, Amazon S3. So that's some cloud experience. This guy know a little bit of C++. That is, multi-threaded looks like. Okay, and then we come down here. Okay, this kitchen light off thing with an exclamation mark. Kitchen light off. Okay.
I remember that one.
Wait, should we put a video on that thing working? So this little kitchen light switch will post a video on Twitter. You guys can go look at that. It's not in the best quality, but it's kind of silly, but it works.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, but anyway, so this little project, it's got some IoT, okay, some CAD modeling, okay. So like it's sort of diverging from software engineers a little bit, right?
Mhm.
SolidWorks. Do we really want to put that on? And then we have simple Chinese. Okay, whatever that means. It says web and iOS apps. So there's some
What's
HTML,
this?
CSS,
What's this for? Like
and then
your
Swift.
web development class? I think you told me about this
Yeah.
before.
This is for the capstones and the what's the other class? Web app class.
Yeah.
115 and 183, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you kind of see what's the problem here? It's all over the place. This this thing, right? So the thing is, I usually wouldn't lump a C++ resume with a resume that has a bunch of web technology.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
then, if you are a CSS job, right, for some game engine or whatever,
C++.
and then yeah, no, C++, you can write games with it.
Yeah. You said CSS
Did I
for
keep saying
game.
CSS?
Yeah.
Fuck, my bad.
Yeah.
Like that. What I'm trying to say is I'm mixing different set of skill set together. Maybe I have them, maybe I'm good at it, but it's gonna make me look not as, you know,
hmm
not as professional or not as good in one of them.
Mm. And also in general, say like you have two fields you're interested. One is like game development. The other is like I don't know, just like general software engineering. Um, Maybe if you want to go for game development, I like to use the word like tailor your resume towards a certain role. So game development, I assume would use a lot of C++. So maybe you should include a lot of that. But if you want to apply to other like tech companies, I don't know, say you want to be a web developer, then maybe tailor your resume to have more web development tech on it
Yeah,
would be useful.
yeah, exactly. And we talked about this before, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the rest of the resume, I don't think there's too much to
Yeah.
talk about.
I
Um,
think also right off the bat, just like little nitpicky stuff. Um, you want to keep consistent formatting, like especially like your dates. You want to make
yeah,
sure they're lined
true,
up.
true.
It's good to have them look pretty. I think like when people read your resume, that's what they are. They're people, and if they think your resume is hard to look at or it gives them like a little brain tumor,
Mm.
maybe you'll want to reconsider making your resume a little bit more pretty to look at least.
Okay, so what we are looking at right now is pretty recent. Yeah, this is my pretty much my current resume. Obviously, there you can't really take this first software engineer into account. So I think I'm gonna just take that out. I didn't even have this one here, so we took those two out and we can read it as is.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, so this is basically like your version of your resume that got you your first job.
Yeah, pretty much, exactly. So this is obviously much more tailored to infrastructure slash DevOps
Hmm.
kind of role. Um, right, we can see super um, tailored is like container, container technology. Python is super important. Um, the configuration is super important. Terraform, and then Ansible, and those
Hmm.
are basically the to, um, knowledge I have when applying. So Docker, Ansible, Terraform, those are the killer ones. And then obviously some cloud, AWS and GCP. When I was doing my DevOps fellow program, I got the AWS um, uh,
Certificate.
certificate. So that one helps. Just when people talk about S3, EC2, you have an idea.
Hmm.
And the thing with DevOps is it's kind of hard to do a project around it because unlike a app, web app, iOS app where you can show, DevOps and infrastructure don't really have a front end to show people. Um, but you still need to you still need one way or the other to learn about those technology. So this is what I did, right? I use code deploy, I use Terraform, I use Packer, I use Jenkins just to hit those names. And
Yeah, I like that. The boldening of buzzwords.
yep.
That's something I use in my resume as well, which you're gonna see in a minute. But I think it's a good eye catcher in my opinion. I don't know what other people's opinions are on it, but I think it's a good play.
And I still see right here, I still keep my simple Chinese. I have just a little bit of web technology mixed into here, right? We can see
Yeah,
I have TypeScripts over here,
yeah.
and
I
then
say
I
like
have Node.js over here. Oh,
if you have like any extra space in your resume, I think it's better to fill it up with something, even like totally irrelevant experiences. I think would be helpful. Just
or like
if you have space.
experience like somewhat related, right? Don't put like if you're a bike mechanic, don't put that you're a bike mechanic and like you're software engineer
Yeah.
thing. Try if it is like a what is it like in a group environment where you can show leaderships and show collaborations, you can put that
Hmm.
down, right? And that's
Yeah.
something that a software engineer needs. It's you
Hmm.
need to be able to work with other people. If you're like a, I don't know, like a sales, or you're doing McDonald's or something, is it really good to put in there? Probably
Yeah.
not, unless you're at a
If it makes you
manage.
sound good in a way, like it
Yeah,
makes you
if it
sound like
makes
a
you sound good
leader
in a
somewhere,
way.
sure. Yeah.
And I would say I'm not even doing a very good job at like presenting what I can present. Like some, like for projects, I can, for simple Chinese, I can maybe just paste a link here or make the on PDF, you can make it clickable. So on the name, like people can just
Hmm.
go in there and then look at my GitHub, right? I have a
Hmm.
little GIF for the demo that people can see, but that's for web, and I
Yeah.
wasn't really looking for web, so that's fine.
Yeah. And also in terms of the bullet points, I think the most common advice would be like, oh, don't just talk about what you do, but talk about what you accomplished.
Yeah,
I think for me that was like pretty hard because like especially in small projects in school, there's not much accomplishments that you can do.
correct.
Um,
And we'll talk more on the bullet point. How do we get the bullet point?
mhm.
What to say during in those project you list your projects, but what do you actually say? I try to flex, right? What do people care about? And we'll see those when we're criticizing the viewer's resume.
Yeah.
All right. So what? This is your
Yep.
junior year? Is that correct?
Um, I think so. I was a tutor in my third year of college. Um, yeah, so obviously I was trying to like flex some leadership skills because I was told that sounds good. I even have a typo here, really bad. But yeah,
Regular
regular
expressions.
regular expression.
Oh la.
Um, yeah, like two bullet points that don't really demonstrate a lot of things. I was a grader for a course, not really helpful for software engineering jobs.
Yeah, probably take that
Um,
out. You don't really
yeah.
need that.
So this is all just like my employment experience. So I kind of wanted to divide technical and employment.
Get that shit out
Um,
of my face.
yeah. In hindsight, at the very least, put technical experience first.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would put the those technical experience at the top, even
Yeah.
before education.
Yeah. Because again, who's looking at your resume? People. Um, if they see, oh, what is this person working at as a tutor, has no relevant technical experience, I don't want you.
And,
And
and
they didn't even get to the second part of my resume. So it's better to put things that you want to be seen first, like on top, because people read from top to bottom.
yeah,
Um, yeah. So most of these projects, it was just school projects. This one especially, like I'm definitely not a front end developer. This was like my very first experience or exposure to like uh
you've been lying to me this whole time. You knew HTML, CSS. You did a
yeah. I
project
mean,
on it.
I did a little bit, yeah. JavaScript, no way. I like dug into JavaScript a little bit, but
D3? I thought that was hard. Hmm?
yeah, it is hard. I have no idea how to do it. Um, I mean, I had nothing. I had no cards to play. I wanted to sound good in some way.
Yeah, you did a fine job. I mean, you fooled me here. If
Yeah.
I didn't know you.
So, if it works. But I think you want to be careful with these type of things. Like if you do get an interview and something's on your resume, you better be prepared to answer some questions. Luckily, I didn't get any interviews from this shitty resume. So
So you didn't get grilled on these.
yeah, I didn't make a fool out of myself. Yeah. Otherwise, these other things are just like elective courses that I was interested in, so like AI and natural language processing. Um, yeah, I pretty much just talked about what I did. No impact or
Man,
anything.
the
No
additional s-
solutions.
the additional skills here look so pathetic, man. It's so lonely. A framework, I know Angular.
Yeah, I don't know Angular.
I don't think you do. Others get Weka. Computer hardware. What is computer hardware? You put
Yeah,
Office here, Windows? Man. Man.
some jobs out there, they're like, oh, knowledge of Microsoft Office and PowerPoint, Excel, right?
No, 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 no.
I was thinking, if I could get like a simple data entry job, at least it's a job, at least it's an internship. But,
See,
clearly, did not know what I
I
was doing.
I really would not put Microsoft Office here. Get that out.
I tried. I mean, I don't think I was only solely applying to software engineering jobs. I think I was probably applying to
So
other.
you have the same problem I have. You're trying to use one resume to apply to all kinds of different positions.
Yeah, I was desperate.
Yeah, I would say, just looking at this, right? I would say I see two major skill set or two direction, two path you can go, right? I
Mhm.
see web and I see ML,
Yeah.
right? You see a bunch of like algorithms. Look, you're flexing all these algorithms that I don't even know what they are, right?
Mhm.
Um, and
I
then you have
forgot.
some web.
I should relearn some of these AI algorithms.
And look, you have a little shittier GPA than me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think I graduated with a 3.45, so yeah, my brain did not grow
you st-
much bigger.
you still have a shittier GPA than me.
It's all right. GPAs don't mean anything.
That's true.
This
GPA
this
don't
is
mean
this is
anything.
this is my overall GPA too. I think I screwed up with some of my electives. I got like a B, or one of my non-major electives, and then I think I got a C. And
Dude, look at your relevant coursework. How many of them are ML related?
yeah,
AI, ML, NLP.
yeah. If someone's watching this and they go to UCSC, I sort of took like the AI ML
All the ML
trio.
class you can take.
Yeah, I took the what is it? The three,
Triforce,
yeah,
trifecta,
trifecta. Yeah, I took the software engineering trifecta. I took the AI trifecta. Um, yeah, I tried to try to get in there as much as possible.
So this one didn't get you an interview, huh?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
I mean, compare your
Actually,
shitty compare your
I
shitty one and my shitty one. Your shitty one is better than my shitty ones.
to be fair, I think I used this resume to apply to Amazon and Google for like an internship, and I think I got a coding challenge at least.
Mm. Yeah, I can see
Um,
that.
yeah, because I remember getting that the summer before my senior year, um, which was before my like capstone project, and my capstone project's not in here. So I think I got some coding challenges from this. Maybe because I all the ML, machine learning, AI buzzwords that I have on there.
Yeah.
But
So if
yeah,
if you don't if you want a what a somewhat general resume, go for those like general software engineer jobs where it's not the
I would,
big ones, the big tech company ones.
yeah, I
Uh,
would definitely take out this web dev stuff because I have
you're gonna get grilled.
no clue what I'm talking about.
Okay,
All right.
let's look at your newer ones.
So I think this was the resume that got me my first job,
And I think
I
I helped.
believe.
Did I help you with changing the points here, like
Yeah,
the
yeah, you
wording?
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can kind
I
of
think
see it.
yeah. I think your advice to me was like for bullet points was you want to have a format of I did or implemented an action to
No. It's the other
reproduce
way.
some
Is
purpose.
your result comes first if it is quantifiable. If it is quantifiable, make something up by doing X, Y, Z.
Yeah. Or I think I did it the other way around. I think
No, you said it here, right? So
I
so here achieved a scalable and fault tolerance distributed system by
yeah,
implementing
that's
data recovery, right?
yeah, that's what I did. Also, like this one up here. I built sorry, built an automated tool to reduce overhead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
do and then like purpose. I don't want to write it out.
I
Right?
would I would still put usually I would still put the result before your actions. It's more
Okay.
eye-catching that way.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, good point. But yeah, so clearly I put down
And I
what I want to be seen the most first. So things like my sort of like quote unquote internship experience. Um, and of course I didn't say, oh, this is just a capstone. This is just a school project. I didn't say that. I'm not lying. I just didn't mention it. I said I was a data engineer, which was true because I was doing data engineering work for the company. Oh
yeah.
well, I did say capstone. Okay, but that's meaningless to most people.
Did you get paid? I don't think you get paid, right?
No, I didn't get paid. I got paid in units. I got paid in college
Yeah, I
credit.
don't know if you can put that in work experience, but whatever.
Yeah.
And I see you're using the ooh, I see you using the
I
bold
did, yeah. Boldening of
technique.
the buzzwords, yes.
Yes.
Like good technique.
Yeah,
And like,
scikit-learn, PySpark.
for recruiters looking for someone who knows, like, say a hiring manager is like, hey, recruiter, look for someone who knows S3, PySpark, scikit-learn. Boom, boom, boom.
Cool. And yeah, it looks like you have data engineer experience on top. You have
Yeah.
some
This
security
one was,
point. You have some ML or NLP stuff
yeah.
over here.
This I think I was looking for like data science and data engineering roles with this one. So this is clearly super tailored to like data oriented jobs.
Yep.
Definitely not, web dev. I wouldn't if I wanted to do web dev,
Yeah, I
which
don't
I
see
can't
any
even do it.
HTML, C plus,
Yeah.
not C plus plus. I always say
Mhm.
this the wrong, CSS and JavaScript. I definitely
Yeah.
don't see this here anymore.
Yeah. Distributed systems, NLTK, Python somewhere. I think here, I put down Java because I was interviewing at a company that was focused. They're like a Java house, so I wanted to
Mm.
sort of demonstrate like object-oriented programming fundamentals.
Yes, definitely still need software engineer, like development
Yeah,
skills as a data
yeah.
engineer.
Agile, Git, operating systems is kind of pointless, but I think it helps because some people are like
Isn't
Linux.
JUnit for JavaScripts?
Yeah, it's for unit testing,
Is that for Java or JavaScripts?
Java.
Okay.
And Mockito is a unit testing framework. Um, yeah, Beautiful Soup web scraping that I did for like a coding, like a take-home test assignment for like an interview. I ended up learning some of that, so I put that on there. I also like to mention what languages I speak because sometimes like I get I get like interests from interviewers like, oh, you speak a little bit of Japanese, blah blah blah,
Oh, but you don't
and then
speak English?
well, obviously, what language is my resume in? Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's
and
fine. That's just one line in your resume. That's fine.
yeah, I mean, I think language skills is pretty useful. I've actually gotten a call one day, like it was a recruiter for some company that I even never heard back from, and she was like, "Oh, is it okay if I spoke with you in Japanese?" And I'm like, okay." And then, yeah, easy peasy.
The heck?
It's just super basic Japanese. Yeah, I had an interview in Japanese for some reason, and then
What
they
the
never
heck?
even like called me back. They didn't email me. I don't know where they're coming from.
That guy's trolling you, dude.
It was a girl, and
Oh,
yeah, so it wasn't. I don't think it was a troll. It sounded like a. Oh shit! Sorry, I moved it. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I think this is pretty decent.
yeah. And then I also see some cloud over here. Right? I see some GCP. I see some
Hmm.
Azure.
Oh, I think I
Cool.
I I removed my GPA. Maybe because it's shit. Who knows? Who
Did you?
knows?
Oh, you did. It's not there anymore.
I have no idea why I removed my GPA, but maybe because I was embarrassed by it. I heard like if you don't have like above 3.5 or something, you shouldn't mention it. Whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like by not mentioning it, I'm saying like, hey, I'm stupid.
All right. Should we dive into the viewers'
Yeah.
resume? I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait.
So a few of you sent your resumes to us to review. We may not cover everyone that sent us resumes, or maybe we will. I don't know.
And some of these, like this guy right here, this Mr. T, there isn't much we can do because that's not our field. But
Mm-hmm.
I can still give you some general ones. But like this guy is clearly more a CE guy or a hardware guy.
Okay.
Okay, so the things that I don't like is this big paragraph.
Yeah.
Try to make it bullet point,
Mm,
right? I don't think anyone is gonna like reading this paragraph. Same thing
yeah.
here, same thing here, same thing here.
Yeah, I would not do paragraphs, I think.
So let's try to
Um,
guess. Let's try to guess. Ah, frick! I moved it again. Okay, let's try to guess what kind of roles he's looking for here.
mhm.
Did some laboratory, okay. He did some robotic stuff with Python. That's probably
Mhm.
things that I do as a one-off research projects.
Yeah. So I think this resume is also trying to do that habit of kind of just regurgitating every relevant skill.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
yeah.
I think
So
tailoring your resume towards a specific role is good.
I see a lot
Um,
of well, I see a lot of Raspberry Pi, Raspberry Pi. There's some I2C, and then there's GUI, which kind of make my eyebrow raises my eyebrow a little bit.
hmm.
And
Yeah, and then
that's
there's
okay, I guess. You do get
ML.
yeah. There's ML here,
Like this one is video graphics.
and then there's some FPGA stuff over here with video graphics. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't help much. It looks super heavy on hardware
Hmm.
and maybe computer graphics.
Hmm. I clearly don't know what I'm talking about, but I feel like this would be a good resume
This
once you do some fixings, and then maybe like sending it to a company like Nvidia would be good.
yeah, we probably need Joey to be here to help us if we really need an opinion.
Yeah, Joey is our computer engineering friend. We might have him come on sometime. Oh, here's like an inconsistency, I guess, like the dates. There's
Yeah,
no
there's no date on the pump
dates on the
controller.
other
There's no
projects.
date on the machine learning. Yeah.
I think yeah, like this sentence, you just um you're already saying you major in
Oh,
computer
yeah.
engineering,
This one is
computer
so bad.
science. You don't need to repeat it again.
Yeah, you don't need this sentence here. That one is pretty bad. Just
You're
have two
so
bullet point.
savage, dude. You're like, oh my god, this is so bad.
No, no, no. Like, I don't understand why he keeps writing sentences or
No, I know,
paragraphs.
but he's gonna be listening to this and like, oh my god,
I
that
know.
Edward guy is such a
I have a
fucking dick.
tendency to I have a tendency of yeah. Yeah, don't take it literally. Wait. Just
It's
know that
okay. You'll
that's who I am.
yeah, you'll probably make more money than him. Edward's a loser. Don't worry.
Oh my
Don't worry about
god.
it. Yeah.
An award, you can probably blow this award up a little bit bigger, right? That's
Mhm.
something to be celebrate. Like people
Yeah.
might be interested in.
I think also like I'm seeing a lot of white space. If you have a lot of white space on your resume, try to like increase the font. Also I think gray text on white background is kind of hard to read.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. The
yeah, I
whole
don't know.
right side is gray.
Yeah, maybe it'll, especially like really compact paragraphs in gray text. I don't know. Maybe it looks better on the PDF form, but yeah, try to avoid paragraph form, and you have bullet points here, which is good. Yeah.
TLDR can't help you much, not in that field, but there's some general things that you can definitely fix.
Yeah.
Next, we have Mr. W. So that's nice. This guy have an intern. That's better than us already.
Yeah. Look, you're ahead of the game.
So is this guy is either a front end, either going down a front end or going to be a full stack.
Mm-hmm.
right? And let's look at some points here. Assisted with front end of a streaming site based on
Mm.
UI UX with the use of React. Does this make sense to you? Is this grammatically correct?
Assisted with the front end of a streaming site.
That doesn't flow very
Decent.
well. That sound kind of wrong.
Mhm.
I shouldn't use the term wrong.
I think it's not very clear what you are trying to say in this one. Assisted with the front end,
Yeah, this
like front end
sentence
service
is
to a streaming site
this sentence
based
need a
on
little bit of work.
yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
fuck! God damn it!
cut,
Sorry.
cut, 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 cut.
Cut. Okay, we're back. Right. So we're saying this first sentence already doesn't not already. I need to stop being so mean.
Sounds a little unclear.
What?
Could
Yeah.
could be improved.
So
Um,
maybe say something like um team of what is it? Uh designed UI and improved user experience of a streaming site using React.js, Sass, Puck, and Selenium.
yeah.
That already sounds better, in my opinion. Yeah, and
Built
here's a super common, I don't want to say mistakes, but word people like to use. I built something. I created something. Again, remember what I said. Your results should come first. You should use words like achieved,
mhm,
reduced, improved to start off
mhm,
your sentence.
mhm,
So like build okay, so let's look at the second bullet point. Build reusable stateful component library that can be
mhm.
exported and imported for future use in other
Yeah,
realms of the applications.
yeah. You could say something like maybe improved reusability uh, of components and libraries that can be exported. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, or even something like reduce redundant code by
Mhm.
building it reusable and stateful, right? And I don't understand why you're highlighting validation here. Is it a technology name?
Mm. Maybe it's like a development practice. I don't know.
Yeah, so maybe this bold is not as it's not lining up with other bolds.
Mm.
Some
Yeah,
good stuff
not
here.
too, not too bad.
Let's look at
Mm.
projects. Okay, you develop web page that allow admin to create events. User can sign up for events by using. Okay, wait, that doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. What do you mean user can sign up for the events by using these technology?
I think the the developer used these technologies, but I don't think like develop
Uh,
web pages that users can sign up to,
maybe have two bullet
developed
points.
by yeah.
Have two bullet points. One saying, you know, your technology
Mhm.
stack, and the other one is saying what the app is doing.
Yeah, I think that would be helpful to divide it. Or collaboratively.
That's fine.
Fine. Backend server. Develop integration with REST APIs and CRUD operations to receive data.
That's fine.
Yeah. To optimize database architecture. Yeah, I think for things like improvement, if you have any like quantifiable information, that would be useful.
Yeah.
Um,
And maybe
yeah.
instead of you restructured the database
Mhm.
architecture from A to B, and why did you? And what's the result? Well, it resulted in X amount of speed for lookup time.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think you should really elaborate on things like design and optimization.
Yeah, and I see a lot of I did XYZ, but I didn't see a lot of achieve XYZ.
Mhm.
And that's a really common mistakes or common practice that
Yeah.
people often did. Not wrong, but least optimal.
Also, I'm not very clear what this means. GitHub repo. Like, is
Oh,
this
I
one?
think it has a link on the PDF version, but this is a JPEG, so that's why
Oh,
you can't click it. Yeah.
yeah. I heard you don't want to put like links on your resume. That's what I've heard.
Either that or that he just changed the resume so it doesn't show the GitHub link here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially like the make sure that there's no like underline, because typically like links on documents have like underlines.
Ah, see, okay, I see. This sounds so weak. You're elected to be a PM. Just say you're a
Mm,
PM. You don't need to say you're elected to be a PM. That sounds
yeah,
weak.
yeah. It sounds like you don't want to do it. 10 weeks of
A
agile.
team of two students? What the wait? A team of two students. So it's basically me and you, a team of two first people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that means it was either you or the other person.
It's elected, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't say two. I wouldn't say elected. Just say PM leading a.
Is there
Also,
is there even a majority vote if there's only two people that's voting?
yeah, and also like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think, um, from what I can see, this looks like a 115, 116,
Yeah,
117 project.
yeah.
Um, I don't think one of the roles was PM. I think
The
it's like
Scrum
PO,
Master.
like product owner, Scrum Master, and then
Yeah, yeah,
developers.
yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you understand the difference between like product or
Product owner and product
product
manager
manager.
is hugely different.
Yeah. And project manager is also a different.
This is like basic essay stuff, you know, and allow user to discuss and comment and the ability to share in real time to other users.
Discuss, comment, and the ability to share.
Yeah, I mean, just say like enabled real time communications
Mhm.
and discussion between
Contributed.
users using
Mhm.
Firebase as backend. Yeah, this guy's mixing web dev and um, mobile dev together.
Also, I don't know if you do web dev in C++, Java, Python too.
It's just skills.
Yeah,
It's probably
yeah, that's
fine.
fine. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
I
see any points.
again, there's two tracks. You can go with the general suite, or you can go with the
Yeah.
specific front end slash full stack role.
Okay. Oh, also, if you're on the dean's honors list, I'm sure you have a good GPA, so put it on there. GPA. Unless you got a lucky quarter, who knows? But yeah, always good to brag about.
Maybe he just get rid of it so we don't see it.
Maybe.
Okay, our last anonymous resume. Okay, so this is Mr. No Name. Don't
Mm.
know his name, and got rid of a lot of things. Even the university got rid of. Okay.
I don't know if this is part of being anonymous, but I don't know. There's some actual dates here,
Maybe he just
and
haven't filled it out yet. He just
yeah,
quickly like found a template, just fill out all the important stuff.
yeah. Oh, who knows? Oh, maybe it's because it's actually company related. So I don't know. Anyway, um, no GPA. I
I
don't
don't
know if
even
that's
know. This guy probably has like a bunch of
oh yeah,
year of experience. I don't even know like when he graduated.
yeah.
Well, we can go down here. Budget.
Let's try let's try to make an educated guess. Let's try.
Um, he is a software engineer intern to present, so it's probably junior or senior year.
Yeah.
So you got
Let's see.
education first. That's fine.
Hmm.
Why do you need a GPA and a major GPA?
I think GPA is like overall, including like, um, what are those things called? GEs.
GEs.
Yeah.
The only reason why I would do it is if my your major is like really much
Much better.
higher than your general combined one.
Yeah. In that case, I would just put the higher major GPA. But for me, I was too lazy and didn't care enough to dig up my actual major GPA, so I never put in that effort.
And if your GE GPA is lower than your major GPA,
Why
that's
include
that no, that's kind of strange, right? Because isn't GE usually easier than your major
it?
stuff?
Sometimes you put less effort in it. Like
That's
things
that's true,
like
dude.
art history. Like I just want to get
Maybe this
bare
guy is
minimum.
like a mega nerd that just love computer stuff and do really well.
Yeah, you just take and pass no pass on those. Um,
All right, budget visualizer, nice. 3 project, love to see it. Love to see it.
yeah, projects are good.
So I don't
Um,
see any bold here, so it's hard for me to pick up right away that what kind of person this guy is. Like, is that front end guy? Is it a ML guy? I'll say this, right? Usually people don't you, you don't need to actually fully explain your application on your resume unless it is like super related to like the company that you're applying. Like if you're applying to Google and you did some like search optimizations projects.
mhm,
Otherwise, if people are really interested, they'll just ask you during the interview.
right.
Right? I'm looking here. I saw 3 lines just to explain what your app does. And it doesn't really add to what your skill set, what you have to offer in terms of skill set.
Hmm.
And then right here I see, okay, you create a model using a scikit-learn library. So that tells me you know some machine learning.
Mm, I think also um, giving insight on the results of the model would be helpful too.
Yeah, like accuracy.
And just things like the what is it? The many different types of accuracy scores. I think like recall and F1 score, things like that. Um,
Work experience. If you have work experience, you should probably put that on top before the projects.
well, I
Implementation.
guess it depends on what you want to be seen first, really. If you think your projects is stronger sounding than your work experience. But I think typically recruiters would be more happy to see internships because it's like quote unquote real experience. Implement.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, make sure it's past tense.
Implementing. I don't know. Maybe it's because at the time of this resume,
Right,
it's
he's doing it. Just put
yeah,
past tense.
yeah.
Yeah, again, I'm seeing a lot of I did XYZ, but what is the result? Right.
Hmm. At least like I'll talk about the reason for doing XYZ. Like what are you trying to achieve? What is this? Provided assistance in the translation of the company's website from. I don't know if this was intentionally removed, but
Probably from
uh,
X language to Y language.
yeah.
That it seems kind of irrelevant. So just take this whole experience out if I were you. Get this shit out. Okay. Leadership.
I'm sorry for my friend's behavior. I apologize. Little bitch.
Leadership, dude. The people's gonna cry, dude. If I'm so mean, people's gonna cry.
But unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe. Fuck this.
Dislike.
Fuck this Edward guy. Have no basic manners. I mean, I would even put this leadership at the bottom. Maybe. I think, yeah, these two I don't really care too much. Board members, service advocate, voicing. Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I would lump this with like work experience. I don't think there needs to be.
But it's not really work.
Are these like club?
Yeah, these are like club activities.
Oh, okay.
Give results again. I'll give results. Is there any quantifiable results? Quantifiable is the best. If not, make it sound nice. These are just, I did this, I communicated and advertised it, and I created and organized. What did you achieve?
I think at least just like one bullet point in the last note, just saying, oh, what did your actions contribute to? What did it improve? Yep,
that's it. Yeah,
You're welcome. Free service. Come again. Well, there you go, everyone. That was our resume review of our viewers. If we missed any of you, I apologize. Maybe we can do another one in the future. If you still want your resumes reviewed, feel free to send us some. We'll take a look when we have time.
If we get more web stuff, we'll bring on Egan, and if we get more hardware stuff, we'll maybe bring on Joey to help us out. But from here, I just don't see a lot of. It's such a shame to say we don't see a lot of data engineer or machine learning kind of resume or infrastructure / DevOps.
Yeah, I think like data engineers and ML fields are a little bit super rare within new grads, because new grads, what do they learn? They just learn how to code.
Yeah, I completely understand, but as I always said, pick a track. If not, go for the general suite with some impressive projects.
Yeah. If your school offers any like cloud courses, I would take those. Those will put you in the winning. Will put you over the
ahead of the game?
Yeah, ahead of the game. Definitely.
Well, with that said, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below anything you want to tell us. And we'll catch you guys next time. 再见.
Alexa, trigger kitchen light.